Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report on our New Year's Eve edition, the last Pro Wrestling Show of 2024. We're going to kick it, we'll end it with a bang, but we'll kick things off with this. NXT will have the year-end awards taking place. Who is the biggest star of the year? Star of the year, female star of the year. We get to on the NXT Ring Report. We're going to kick things off with that. Which top NXT stars made the list? We'll get to it coming up. Also, too, we get to this. They start showing it. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance return to NXT for a huge triple threat tag team match. You're going to see that coming up against Last Legend, Miss Jackson, Shani, and you know who, I forgot her name, Gigi Dolan. Plus, Kiana Jordan and Lola Vice are each looking for a statement to win when they go one-on-one, but there's going to be some stakes going on, talking about that coming up as well, that involve them two women. And we take a special look at Julia, who's going to be competing for the Women's Championship next week on NXT. Let's get things started here on the Pro Wrestling Show right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kitty Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and scare. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, oh man, this is the last Pro Wrestling Show of 2024, and what a way for us to kick things off here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Tomorrow will be the first AEW Ring Report with the first Pro Wrestling Show of 2025. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started here on the Pro Wrestling Show. And what a Pro Wrestling Show we have for you tonight. We're going to kick things off here on the Pro Wrestling Show with this. They had winners and stuff. Josh Bridges won the award for Match of the Year. Him, Oba Femi, and Dijak, that huge triple threat tag team match. So they're getting us real situated and getting themselves ready to, you know what. So we'll be seeing them down the road competing and stuff. We get to see it and stuff. A lot of award winners as well. Joe Henry won an award for Moment of the Year coming on NXT. And Joe Henry made it clear that when you say his name, he indeed will appear, and he's going to appear indeed. Joe Henry coming back, and Joe Henry making sure that don't forget him. Joe Henry could be next TNA champion. If that be the possibility, I think he deserves it, but I don't know. They missed the ball on that, but hopefully they don't drop it. And Joe Henry might come to NXT and become NXT champion. You never know with those situations. But we get to this. Leonie Jordan was in action. She took on Lola Vice. Leonie Jordan took on Lola Vice and did so by pinning Lola Vice in the middle of the ring. And what she did tonight. And she took it to Lola Vice with a roll up to get the win. Now, what's her name? Cora J wants to get involved, puts her 2 cents in it. Cora J trying to do what she can do. Cora J knows a thing or two. But general manager Ava made a decision tonight saying that it's going to be a fatal 4-way match. Cora J, Leonie Jordan, Lola Vice, and Solo Roca. They're going to be competing for a chance to be number one contender for the NXT North American Women's Championship. So that's a test run right there. All the secondary women's championships, amazing. We're crowning with the Women's U.S. Champion. We're getting the Women's Intercontinental Champion and the Women's United North American Champion. So they're making progress as well. Like we said, we're going to see that fight. Like I said, Lola Vice and Keanu Jordan could be competing for a chance, along with Cora J as well. Could be competing for a chance to be number one contender for the Women's North American Championship. Well, we get a special look at Julia. Julia promised that she wants to be the NXT Women's Champion. Julia will go against Roxanne Perez next week. in order to dethrone her and stuff. Roxanne Perez looking forward to the match as well. Roxanne Perez getting herself ready, getting her self started for a brand new start of the new year. And Julia wants to be able to do what she needs to do in order to win the NXT Women's Championship. She's gonna have a tough battle, but we know next week these two will fight one on one. So we'll see that coming up next week for New Year's Eve, and we'll see that match coming up for sure. For sure is this William Regal at the last week. William Regal got involved in Lexis King match, costing his very own son. They don't want to say on there, but he cost Lexis King the opportunity. This is what happened right here. Regal was a little bit shocked and disturbed. He knocked out Lexis King, giving Lexis King the win at the Charlie Dempsey had the match won, but it just wasn't to be. Where Regal thought he was doing something right, but due to the fact that Charlie Dempsey lost, Lexis King became the new champion. You can see the dismay in William Regal's face, like he was in belief in this shock of what had happened. Well, we know that Ava gave Regal the opportunity. Regal saying that it's going to be on the rematch. So Lexus King will defend his cup, his Heritage Cup, against Charlie Dempsey one more time, and they're going to do it next week on NXT, and they're going to do it to sell the score, and it's going to be one heck of a match again. So we'll see that match coming up next week. Well, speaking of that, we saw this. Gigi Dolan was in the ring. Gigi Dolan, Chauncey, and Taylor Paxley won that match. A huge 6-woman tag team match and did some damage. They did damage all right by taking down everybody in sight. Uh, Player influence and what went down right here. We saw Last Legend and what's her name, Miss Jackson, trying to take down you know who, but it wasn't nothing to the effect that led to the fact that we saw that the girl tag teams won. They won big tonight. Even this right here, um, Pepper the No One, I forgot her name. She was in action. We saw Last Legend. All of them were in action, and they kind of did good tonight. Uh, Statement tonight. Well, Ethan Page. Remember Ethan Page? What he did a couple of weeks ago? When Ethan Page decided to smash the throat of Javon Evans. Javon Evans, we haven't seen him since. Javon Evans got smashed on the throat by Ethan Page 2 weeks ago. After what had happened, what went down and stuff. Ethan Page looking to get some revenge and try to take all his frustrations out on you know who. He took it out on Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander get attacked by Ethan Page. Ethan Page and Cedric. Cedric taken down by Ethan. Ethan was trying to use that toolbox or something. Did so. But didn't do none effect tonight. And did tonight. And Ethan Page might have to get what he's coming to him. What it's gonna be when Javon Harris returns. When Javon Harris returns, he ain't gonna be a happy camper. I can tell you that right now. What went down. Also, too, this one right here. This is right here where I tell you last week about Ethan Page doing that to Javon and smashing the foot, saying Javon can't even eat no more. Man, so we saw how that went down tonight. Also, too, Tank and Hedger, they kind of remind Public Enemy lost to Wesley and some other dudes and stuff. Wesley's stooges after they were trying to recruit what's his name to take back. He didn't want to do so. Andrew Chase decided to go in business for himself. Did so tonight by doing what he did, leaving them high and dry. What he did. So saw how that went down tonight. Well, we get to the final. Well, before we get to the final segment right here, Ashanti the Adonis realizing that he is not interested in Nakia Lyons, and Nakia Lyons trying to put himself on. He's interested in what's her name, Carmen Petronova. But I tell him this, I like, brother, go get you a sister rather than you know what. But if you like snow bunnies, keep doing what you're doing, my man. If you like snow bunnies, but he realized that he's in love with one snow bunny than the other, and he wants to be with that snow bunny so bad. So the kid Lion said, "I thought you was a player, man. And then be so well the acting and stuff about the kid. She just didn't try so hard. What? Hey, we see what went down, but we'll see how this gonna progress. Yeah. Also, too, Oba Femi was in the ring. Oba Femi accepted the award for NXT Superstar of the Year, Male Superstar of the Year. Kind of thought Trick Williams was going to get it because of well, incredible year Trick Williams had. Trick Williams had a incredible year feud with his friend, and what went down. And Trick Williams knew that award went for him, but Oba Femi decided to turn business for himself. Oba Femi decided that he's going to take the championship away from Trick, and he's going to do what he needs to do to bury Trick. Oba Femi saying that he's going to be the one to start off the new year with some gold and starts with the NXT Championship. Oba Femi could be a strong force, a dominant force to do so, but after that triple threat match, after that, it was supposed to be one-on-one Femi versus Trick Williams. After what's his name got involved, it could be a possibility that Eddy Thorpe could leave out with the NXT Championship after Eddy smacked the championship off Oba's head, leaving Oba unconscious and leaving Trick unconscious in the outside the ring. Eddy Thorpe making a statement that he wants to be next in line to become the NXT champion after what he had pulled last week. And I remember last week when it was supposed to be them at the match was made official. We see what's going to go down and how it's going to go down and stuff. So you see a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. Could Trick Williams survive and retain his NXT championship? That's the question. So we'll see next week if Trick Williams can get the job done next week and how Trick Williams will fare in those situations. Like we said, it's going to be a huge NXT coming up next week. They'll still be in Los Angeles, falling off from the Raw after Netflix. And like we said, we're going to have coverage of the Raw on Netflix coming up this Monday on Raw. They premiere on Netflix. Raw premieres on Netflix next week. And we know John Cena will be returning. Tribal Combat, Roman Reigns versus Solo for the Olafalo necklace. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for one-on-one personal. But we know John Cena will kick off his retirement tour, and he's going to kick out 2025. Man, it's been almost 20 years since John Cena won the World Championship 20 years ago, and 20 years later, he's going to finish his career. Could be with the World Championship. You never know. Cena and stuff. Who knows? That's a possibility and stuff. Well, we're going to leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show with Eddy Thorpe. Eddy Thorpe knocking out Oba Femi and Trick Williams to prove that he's nothing to be played with, that he wants to be next in line to become the champion and start the year brand off right. So we'll see how this is going to go down. Well, thanks for y'all watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show on this last Pro Wrestling Show of 2024. We're going to, like I said, that's it. That is it. We're going to, 2025 will be better year, better new year. And hopefully, we hope you had a good year. Hopefully, New Year's on this New Year's Eve Pro Wrestling Show edition. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you later.